A video on using the proposal program with the Bryant brand. So when you log into the admin, we're here in the admin, we're going to see all these tabs, and the tabs basically represent what's written on the tab is on the tab itself. So when I see sales reps and I click sales reps, you'll see there are sales reps. Same thing with units and parts. So there's parts here. All right, so let's go to our dashboard. And the dashboard shows us basically what is one, open or lost, and then what quality category are we selling in, best, better, good, and budget. All right, so we're quickly going to go through, and let's start with a load analyzer. I'm going to click on load analyzer. And if you've forgotten everything that there is to know about this, you can click on here and watch a video on how to do this. I'm going to click start a new analyzer. It's going to clear all the input data from the previous one. I'm going to select my customer. So let's select here, and let's click Get Started. When it does that, what it will do is it will pull up the number of bedrooms, it'll pull up the square footage and the age of the home from Zillow. I'm going to put my length around my home. I'm going to select whether I have duct loss or gain, and what is my air changes. 0.5 is add-on replacement, 0.3 is residential new construction, and I'm going to click Next Step. So now I'm going to say this house does have single, it has clear, and it has blinds. It has 30 feet on the north, 105 on east and west, and 30 on the south. And I'm going to click Next Step. I'm going to confirm my heating glass. These windows do go up and down. They're wood, they're single, and it was 30 plus 105 is 165. I click Next Step. So now I got two doors in this house, and they're solid wood. They're 7x3, so that's 21. So that's 42 is two of them. My 803 changes to 761. It is ceiling under an attic. I have R30 insulation. It is a light roof, and it is a crawl space, so it changes to the total square footage. And I do have carpeted R11. I'm going to click Next Step. So now I can simply come in here and go Generate PDF, and it will create a PDF of the actual load calc. It's 5 pages. And on the very last page, it actually will have the summary of all of the first page. So I'm going to go back to my load calc, which is this tab. And now instead of generating a PDF, I'm going to click Export Heating and Cooling Capacity to the wizard. I'm going to click here. So I'm simply going to call this the Gibson Home. And I'm going to go, so it's Bryant. It is heat pump with air handling unit. Click Get Started. Now, if I had a height restriction or a width restriction, I could enter that here and it wouldn't show me any unit larger than that number. I'm going to say I have 1 unit of labor, and I'm going to click Next Step. Now, I'm simply going to, this is the wizard, so I'm simply going to select my quality categories: evolution, inverter, evolution, inverter, maybe preferred, single, and legacy, single. And then Next Step. So now what's happening is it's actually going through and it's selecting the equipment based on the SEER ratings, the EER, the HSPF. And as soon as it gets all that information, it will give me what I can choose for this particular application. Okay, so we're going to choose our outdoor unit. So we'll choose a 280A and V. And then what will happen is it will auto-select only the units that will work for this particular application. I'm going to choose the 005. I can come here and type in SYS. And maybe it's going to give me my Wi-Fi. So I'll choose that one right there. It gives me my AHRI rating. Okay. Now I'm going to choose my 288. And again, it'll give me only the air handlers that will work. So let's choose the 05. Again, I can type in SYS and it will give me my Wi-Fi thermostats. All right, let's choose the next one. Let's do 225 BNA 030. And these are the only air handlers that will work. And let's choose an FX 37. I'm going to type in T6. Let's do the PRH. And then finally, the last application, I'm going to choose the 214 DNA. And then let's see what air handlers it will give me on this one. And we'll choose FX4737. And then let's use a T2, maybe a NHP. And there's my air handler, I'm sorry, AHRI numbers for that particular matchup. Now I click next step. Now I can simply choose maybe an 8 kW heater, a materials kit, perhaps a line set. And if I like this job, I can actually create a proposal for it, a template. So maybe 2.5 ton heat pump, Gibson 3-23-15, so I can date the proposal. So in the future, if I want to use a proposal but not have to go through this whole process, I can just use this one we had here. Now I click Edit Proposal, and it takes me to the edit function of the proposal itself. So I had already chosen my sales rep, and now all I have to do is, I'm sorry, I had already chosen my customer, so now all I have to do is choose my sales rep. All right, so here we go. We're going to choose our sales rep. We're going to scroll to the bottom, and we're going to click Save. And here's my equipment. Let me just make sure my AHRI numbers are showing. I'll click those. Hide that. I can come in and choose any parts I want to add are going to be here. I can also show my actions I'm going to do on the job, maybe explain system operation, haul away the old equipment. Perhaps this is an attic installation. I can put $400 on there for the cost of that. Use existing pad, maybe run new drain line or use existing drain line. Maybe I've got subcontract labor I need to put $400 on for maybe some electrical work. So that's all that. I can adjust my labor here. Maybe this is a 2-day job instead of a 1-day job. As the admin, I can see all of my financing details like my margin, my commission, and my buy down rate. I'll hide that. If I have any kind of Bryant bonus, maybe I can put a $1,000 Bryant bonus on my best model, maybe $500 on my better. Maybe I'm going to give a discount for cash. So let's go 5% discount for cash on the top 3 models. I'll hide this. The next area I'm going to show is my upgrades. And I'm going to choose the guarding air, maybe a 10-year parts and labor. I'm going to hide that, and I'm going to click Save again. So that's all the changes I needed to make about this particular proposal. And once I make the changes, I can click right here, and it will print it to screen. So it lists out best, better, good budget. The company's logo goes here. Whatever dealer type you are here, maybe Bryant, perhaps Medal of Excellence, Circle of Champions, all of those logos will go here. You'll notice it lists out the brochures. When you click on the brochure, it will pull up the brochure digitally to the screen so you can show the customer what the brochure looks like. This takes a second to load. I'm kind of on a slow internet connection here. And there's your image, your brochure for this particular piece of equipment. You'll notice the AHRI numbers are listed on the proposal itself. We have our financing here based on this term. Our discount has been taken off, so at the end of the day, the customer would have been paying $22,006. Here are our included services. So these are the things we said we were going to do on the job. When we scroll to the bottom, you also now notice we have basically the upgrades. If the customer wanted to choose, they could choose here. But let's go back to the proposal and let's email the client the proposal. When I scroll to the bottom and I click Email Proposal, what it's going to do, as long as the customer is thinking about it, as long as they are trying to decide what they want and the proposal sits in the open status, when you click email proposal to the dealer and to the customer, both the dealer and the customer will get the email 4 times: today, 3 days from now, 2 weeks from now, and 4 weeks from now. So we're going to simply click customer and sales rep. And we also can come in here and modify the first proposal. Or first email. Let's just say, thank you for allowing me to come to your home. I click send email, and the customer's going to get it 4 times. All right. So let's go back to the proposal itself, and let's say the customer received it, and now they're ready to make a decision. You'll notice it's sitting in the yellow status. Yellow means they're thinking about it, green means we want it, and red would mean we lost it. I'm going to click edit. Now, let's act like we're the customer. So let's look at this proposal, and here it is. So they come down to the bottom and they say, you know what, we want the 10-year parts and labor, and we would also like the best model. They're going to type their name. They're going to draw with using their mouse, or if they're on an iPad, you can use a cursor, and they're going to click I accept the terms of this agreement. And when that happens, a few things are going to happen in the background. The first thing is the customer is going to get a revised copy of the proposal. They can click here to view it, and you'll notice now it actually is only what they bought. It doesn't have anything else on there. So the price of the job went up as well. It went up the cost of the upgrade. And down here at the bottom it says approved and included in the price, and it has a place where they signed. What else will happen is the company is going to get 2 emails. Here's the one that went to the customer initially. They're going to get a financial summary of the job, and it looks something like this. The financial summary is basically going to show you what you sold, everything about the job. It's an income statement of the job itself. And here it is right here. So this is the one we just did, and it has all the things we're going to do. It has our 10-year parts and labor on there. The next thing you're going to get is a status of the job, proposed close to 1. And this particular one will be everything that was on the previous one, but without cost. So now the dealer can print this, give it to the installer, and they'll have that for the doing of the job. It mirrors the proposal, and it is the actions that the installers have to do to be able to get the job done. All right. So now you should see, go back to the dashboard, and we should see the dashboard has changed. We have one more best, and one more 1 than we had the last time. All right, so this should conclude the thorough run through of how to do a proposal from the load analyzer.